Welcome back to Mimi's Organic Eats. Today we're making peanut turtle candies. And now these are just like your traditional turtle candies, but instead of pecans, I'm using peanuts. We just love the combination of peanuts with the caramel and the chocolate. But if you guys want to use a different kind of nut, you could also use almonds, walnuts, or the traditional pecans. Now this recipe only has 5 organic ingredients and it is so simple. Let me show you how to make it. So the process of making these homemade peanut turtle candies is so simple. First, we're gonna make a homemade chewy caramel candy. And this only has 3 ingredients: cane sugar, butter, and cream. Next, we're going to fold in our roasted and salted peanuts. Then we're gonna drop them into little clusters on a baking sheet. And finally, we're gonna coat them in chocolate. And that's it. So I highly recommend weighing your ingredients. This is gonna give you guys the best results. And especially for the caramel. The caramel that I'm making is a true caramel, so it only has 3 ingredients, and the ratios of the ingredients really matter. This is what's gonna make sure that the caramel is chewy and not too soft or not too hard. So I have 170 grams of organic cane sugar in a 3-quart pot. We're gonna put this over medium heat. So we're putting the sugar over medium heat, but if you guys have a very powerful range, you might wanna go more towards low. So you wanna make sure that you guys are using a high heat spatula whenever making caramel. This is going to ensure that your spatula does not get warped or have a piece of it melt off into the caramel, which I have had happen before. So you're gonna lightly stir the sugar and then it's gonna begin to melt. We want all of the sugar to melt completely, and then we're gonna add in the butter. Be careful because steam will rise up. Make sure you're stirring the entire time to prevent burning. Once the butter is completely melted, then we're going to add in the cream. And the same thing will happen here, a little bit of steam will rise up. You wanna make sure you're stirring the entire time to prevent the sugar from burning or clumping. Once the cream is completely combined, then it's time to remove the caramel from the heat. Next, you're gonna take the hot caramel and pour it over the peanuts. Now we're just gonna stir together to coat the peanuts completely in the caramel. Next, you're gonna line a baking sheet with parchment paper and you wanna grab a spoon. I'm just using like a large soup spoon because we're gonna spoon out these peanut clusters and drop them onto the baking sheet. And we're gonna get about 24 clusters. It's okay if you have a little bit more or a little bit less, as long as they're the size that you want them. And now if you guys like payday bars, these are done. You don't even have to coat them in chocolate. So now we're gonna put these in the freezer and we're gonna let them chill for at least 15 or 20 minutes. It's just gonna help speed up the process of hardening the caramel. We wanna make sure they're completely solid before dipping them in chocolate. Next, we're gonna melt 454 grams of milk chocolate. And now you guys can do this doing 30-second intervals in the microwave, stirring between each one, or you can also temper the chocolate. And tempering the chocolate is not necessary, but if you guys are making these as a gift or you want them to sit out at a party, then I recommend tempering it. But if you're just making them for you to eat, then you can totally skip this part, which is what I always do. Once your chocolate is melted or tempered, then it's time to grab the tray from the freezer and we're just gonna dip these peanut clusters into the melted chocolate. And now my favorite trick is to use a fork like a spoon. This is going to allow that excess chocolate to drip back into the bowl while you spoon up the cluster and put it back on the baking sheet. This is going to help so you don't get like pools of chocolate underneath the candy. So once your chocolates are set and they've come to room temperature, then they're ready to enjoy. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and leave a comment below. And if you want more easy organic candy recipes just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join me next time in the kitchen.